Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is that time for Daybreak in 10 here on Color 10.
That's right. That means we are on the air with you for 10 minutes straight, commercial-free, beginning right now. And we'll start by checking in with meteorologist Elisa Rafa for a forecast for the day. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, guys. We are starting out with some really nice sunshine in Springfield. It is 68 degrees out there right now with some southerly winds at 11 miles per hour and dew points a little bit sticky in the lower 60s. It's much cooler up to the east. It's 59 degrees in Rolla, 64 degrees in West Plains, closer to 70 degrees from Springfield and areas back to the west. That's because it's stickier there. You have dew points in the middle and upper 60s. So a sticky start in Springfield and areas to the west, but you're very comfortable from Rolla down to Mountain Home with dew points in the 50s. And you can see that difference on the Muggy Meter map. A green start here means you're feeling really comfortable, and then the oranges mean it is more humid there. So at the pool today, you're looking at that humidity popping, especially to the west. Sunshine, temperatures in the middle 80s. An isolated storm will be possible mainly west of Highway 65 with those temperatures in the middle 80s. It could stay a little bit muggy on the overnight. So an isolated storm focusing to the west, much more pleasant and cooler to the east. 60s under clear skies overnight tonight. An isolated storm possible again tomorrow with temperatures in the middle 80s. So sunshine through the next couple of days with just an isolated storm threat. Through today and tomorrow, that threat focuses to the west. Highs up around 90 degrees. Again, mostly sunny. Highs in the 80s. Focused storm threat to the west. We're pretty summery through Friday. Then we'll have those storm chances return in a healthier way by Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures getting hot by the end of the week, up around 90 degrees by the weekend. So here's your 7 days, still pretty quiet through Friday with sunshine and isolated storm chances, healthier storm chances by Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday is the first day of summer. Sunday is Father's Day. Joe, Jen.
Elisa, thank you. The Springfield City Council is in support of providing body cameras for police officers. In last night's council meeting, City Manager Jason Gage explained the budget needed to purchase and maintain those body cams. He says to purchase 240 body cameras that will supply all SPD officers, including 1 year of maintenance and licensing, would be around $612,000. The cameras have around a 5-year life, so for the next 4 years, with maintenance and hiring technicians, will be an additional $200,000 a year.
This is about $1 million type total expense in that 5 years. If that stays the same, you can average about $200,000 a year. It just depends on how much, again, is paid in the first year versus the following years. We're kind of hopeful the cost will come down. Right now, that technology cost has come down in the last few years, so we're hopeful it could come down more. As it is $1 million purchase, we want to take it seriously and do it the right way. It's very important.
There will be no formal actions needed from City Council for about 3 months. Springfield Police Chief Paul Williams says the department has been asking for body cameras for a long time, and he says they will benefit both the officers and the public because they can be a useful tool to increase transparency in the department and an additional piece of evidence to be used for prosecution or when there is a complaint against an officer.
Body-worn camera is something we've been asking for a long time. I think there's benefit to the officers and to the public. I would not be in favor of us just starting it on a trial basis and saying, okay, let's see how it works. If we're going to do it, we ought to do it right and plan for it from the beginning and make sure that it's sustainable moving forward.
If the department receives body cameras, there will be policy reviews and training before officers start utilizing them.
Let's bring you some news around the region now. Restaurants in Arkansas have the ability to fill up 2/3 of their space with customers now, but some believe that's not possible to do so while also social distancing. Keeping tables 6 feet apart means not being able to fill 66%, which is the allotted amount. Sam Russell owns a restaurant in Northwest Arkansas and says even with the limitations, the restaurant will be able to serve more customers, and in turn, he'll be able to hire more of his staff back.
As we can serve the guests breakfast again, bring them back into the restaurant, that our bottom lines are going to go from the negative to flat. If we can just simply break even a month, I'd be really excited.
Other places are still hesitant and have said that they will continue to only fill a small portion of their business for the foreseeable future.
School districts across Northwest Arkansas are already preparing for fall classes. And as COVID-19 cases continue to rise, learning will look a little different this year. Under the Arkansas Ready for Learning plan, schools around the state must offer a blended learning model, which means options for online and in-person learning. A majority of the large school districts in Northwest Arkansas have yet to establish a concrete plan to execute this in the fall. In order to create a plan that benefits both schools and parents, some districts have created a diverse committee.
And we have invited parents. There are some students on the committee. There are board members on the committee. There are teachers on the committee, principals on the committee.
One school district, Bentonville, has released guidelines for in-person learning, which includes mandatory face coverings for both students and staff.
And in your news around the world for you, a COVID-19 vaccine funded by the UK's government is starting human trials this week. 300 volunteers will receive this vaccine. It uses synthetic strands of RNA based on the coronavirus to trigger an immune response. If this new technique works, it could help scientists respond more quickly to emerging diseases. The vaccine would need to pass another round of trials involving about 6,000 volunteers later this year before it could be administered to the public.
Hundreds of people took to the streets of the Colombian capital Monday for a Black Lives Matter protest. The demonstration began peacefully with protesters playing the drums, singing, and dancing. However, at one point, clashes broke out between police and protesters. It's unclear how many people were injured in those clashes.
And as we move around America for you, the statue of a colonial leader who enslaved Native Americans is now gone from Sacramento in California. Construction crews removed the statue of John Sutter, which sat outside the city's Sutter General Hospital. The hospital said it was removed out of respect for the opinions of some community members. The statement also said the removal was in the interest of patients and staff safety.
The future of a Christopher Columbus statue in Philadelphia is in the hands of the people. The city's mayor asked the Philadelphia Art Commission to begin a public process so all viewpoints could be heard on whether the statue should go or stay. In the meantime, a fence is being installed around the statue today. The decision comes after clashes over the weekend between activists who want it gone and people guarding it. No timeline has been set for a decision.
And a look around the Ozarks for you. Silver Dollar City's 60th season is underway, and guests are in for some new park features. That includes a new restaurant called Rivertown Smokehouse. David Chazanov met with some of the cooks there, and one of them has a particularly interesting story to tell this morning.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. The director of food and beverage at STC has been working at the park since he was 14 years old. Sam Hedrick was cleaning tables in his first job with STC. Everything changed for him when he turned 16 and learned how to cook. He says he loves his job. He has a passion for cooking. He has family that have worked at STC in the past, and he calls his coworkers his second family. Hedrick has now been at the park for 27 years.
I don't plan on leaving, that's for sure. So it's been one of those rides that I didn't intend to make it a career. You know, at 14, you're not thinking about career choices, but something always kept me going.
Hedrick says one of the more rewarding parts of his job has been helping employees learn and improve.
All right, David, thank you. In more local news for you now, city utilities will be moving back to normal operations on July 7th. That means services will be cut off for non-payment starting then. Beginning this week, CU will be notifying customers with delinquent accounts of possible service disconnections. If you have experienced financial difficulty, you can contact customer service to discuss payment options at 417-863-9000. Now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, we talk with Fulton County, Georgia's district attorney about possible charges in the fatal police shooting of Rayshard Brooks in Atlanta. Plus, Oprah Winfrey reveals her latest book club selection. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
A big trend that you may see happening this morning is what's happening in New York City right now. A possible hate crime against police is being investigated at a Shake Shack in downtown Manhattan. 3 officers actually got sick when they had shakes Monday night. At first, no criminal activity was suspected. Now there are suspected There are suspects that think that the shakes may have been contaminated with bleach. Officers are hospitalized, don't know the condition right now. Shake Shack said it is fully aware of what's happening and is fully complying with this investigation now.
All right, we also have some news from around the world to tell you about this morning. This is also trending today. North Korea has blown up a joint office with South Korea this morning. No one was in there. It has been empty since January of this year, and this was a diplomatic office that was put in place in 2018 to better communicate, for better communication between the two Koreas, and South Korea said they will respond strongly if North Korea doesn't stop making the situation worse. Just something to look out for, and more information will come out of this throughout the day as well.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. And Elisa, one last look at our weather. Another hot one today, but not bad.
Yeah, middle 80s, maybe an isolated storm to the west, and we'll have that gradual warm up towards 90 by the end of the week with lots of sunshine.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for starting off your day with us here on Daybreak.